dad was a bodybuilder back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, amateur bodybuilder. And, you know, growing up, like, I mean, by the time I was born, I was a kid that was long past him. But, like, all these old, you know, bodybuilding manuals and training books and, you know, magazines are still, like, left over in our basement. And when I was a kid, and I saw those, and I'm like, holy shit, I could never look like that. And then when I got older, you know, I started lifting weights, I saw some results, and I'm like, you know, maybe I can do this. And then I started playing, you know, I started playing sports. I mean, I kept that back in my mind, but never really saw it as bodybuilding. And then when I got into college, I really started bodybuilding, took it seriously. Freshman year in college, freshman through sophomore year, I was very, very adamant about my bodybuilding success and making it successful for myself as far as physiques go. Then I herniated my disc, and I had to take a few months off from weightlifting. Then I got cut back into weightlifting, and then I was still keeping a bodybuilding regimen and training program, but really wasn't really you know, dedicated to competing. And now finally in my senior year, I'm saying I'm actually will get back into it and do competitions again and stuff like that. The IFBB is the main pro bodybuilding division in association, and their amateur minor league is the NPC. Basically, the only difference is you get paid in the IFBB for winning, and the NPC you don't. Mr. Iowa is a qualifier for the nationals, and then if you win the nationals, you get your pro card. So basically, I'm registered the NPC as an amateur bodybuilder, but if I win if I get the top two, I think it's the top 3 or top 2. Change the rules. You can go. Actually, I'm not quite sure how the qualifying is work. They keep changing the rules around, but suffice it to say, best case scenario, I win at Mr. Iowa, I go to the Midwest Open, or the Nationals and win. I can move on to get my pro card, which is not likely at this stage. But yeah, that's basically, Mr. Iowa is basically a qualifier for the USAs or the Nationals. Now I work out, a basic cycle I work out now. I have 4 days of lifting. I work out for 4 days in a row, different muscle groups each day, obviously, and then I have a day off. Then I repeat. So basically, I have a 5-day week I work off of. Instead of a 7-day week, my week's 5 days long. It doesn't really matter what day of the week it is. When that 6th day rolls around, I go back to repeat. So let's say I start on Monday. I have Friday off, and Saturday I'm back in the gym. So essentially, I'm working out 6 days out of the week.
How do you approach using supplements?
For me, I don't see. The only thing that regulates what I use supplementation wise is price. Honestly.
Why?
Because anything is healthy if you do it in moderation and use it smart and use it in an intelligent manner. Even steroids, I would say. Here's the thing. It comes down to what is considered cheating. I don't consider steroids cheating, especially in bodybuilding.
Why? Why don't you think steroids are cheating?
I don't think steroids are cheating because anybody can best anybody else if they truly try to.
Let's talk a little bit about the supplements you got here.
All right. Basic supplements. Walmart brand protein. This has creatine, glutamine, BCAAs, and obviously protein in it. It saves me a buttload of money. Take this twice a day, 2 scoops twice a day, before I work out and after I work out, along with carbohydrates, which isn't having it. Tribulus terratus, natural hormone regulator, boosts testosterone. Really big in the Eastern, it was popularized in the Eastern Bloc. A lot of Romanian powerlifters use it, a lot of Soviet athletes. Pretty mainstream today. ZMA, take it before I go to bed. ZMA, anabolic recovery, also boosts testosterone. Great stuff. Caffeine, an essential. Fish oil, another essential. Hy-Vee brand multivitamin. Basically, it's a Gene C's Mega Man for a hell of a lot less. green tea extract, another good one. It basically take these two together to supplement caffeine and green tea. Helps burn fat in the off season and the on season. Walmart brand L-arginine tablets. Basically, all these three guys together with a little bit of creatine ethyl ester. This is going to explode right here. Cuts, a stimulant-free herbal fat burner. What else I got up here? And I need some extra glutamine, which I take on a daily basis before I go to bed and stuff. This is just straight glutamine powder. Buy a bulk online, like all these guys here. Bulknutrition.com, really, really cheap. But same shit you'd be spending for, you could buy, GNC brand stuff for 5 times as much. But this is generic brand. Exactly the same stuff. It's like buying Fruity Loops brand in the big versus the big bagged Aldi brand. Same stuff, tastes exactly the same. Fifth of the cost.
And you take every single one of those things every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple or just one pill a piece or?
Multiple pills. I mean, I'll take between 9 and 12 of these a day. 6 of these a day. 3 of these a day. 4 of these a day. 2 of these a day. 3 of these. 3 of these. On top of powders and shakes. 1 of these. 2 of these.
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned push-ups?
Push-ups are push-ups, man.